Corona is hitting again. Cases of corona is being seen now. No one understands how corona appears. Okay, corona is a disease that happens through coronavirus. And coronavirus is such a big that no one can see. It is very minute virus. In one small region, I believe billions of coronavirus will come. It goes in picometer length or something like that. 10 to the power minus 12 meter means impossible to view through microscope also. Someone has to use some very high profile microscope or something like that for the coronavirus. So coronavirus is surfacing again. Anyway, we are talking that why people catches corona, why people do not catches corona. Maximum people around the globe they count the corona, especially in the country which are advanced country, developed country, or country who are posing themselves to be developed like India. Okay, there also corona appear. I am one of the person who did not catch corona. Anyway, I never took any injection or any immunization also. Never. Generally, I avoid wearing mask also. If it is in crowded area, then only I wear mask. Okay, otherwise it is also not required. Anyway, what are the factors that leads to corona? Corona are the factor you have to wash your hand regularly. This is the factor which leads to corona. This is my version. If you wash your hand regularly, then there is high chances. Okay, what is the secret behind corona? Your immunity of the body is low. Immunity of your body is low. That's why you catch corona. Very simple. If you keep washing your hand regularly, then the body heat, the energy that this because this is not normal skin. This is normal skin. Same skin you will find everywhere in the body, but this is different skin. Okay, this gives high energy. This portion and the foot bottom, okay, whatever it is called, they carry high energy. So in that fashion, this if you wash it regularly with water, you are losing energy. Means your immunity of the body decreases. Wash only when it is highly required. People tend to wash always, and then Corona started, came to second wave, and it hit India very hard. Indian people they blindly followed WHO. There is some organization called WHO, completely fake organization. Never follow this kind of organization, WHO and this kind of. Whatever the statistic they give because of corona, these many people died, and because these are all right, because statistics cannot be wrong. But whatever they suggest, that should go to the God only. Whoever follow it goes to God only. This is World Health Organization. Anyway, whatever WHO was saying, so now corona is reappearing, and the reason for the corona is immunity of the body is very big, very weak. Why immunity of the body, especially for the Indians, are very weak? Indians need more immunity than any other in the world. This is what I personally believe, because India has too many races. If you go to any country blindly, you will feel that people are either fair, or people are yellow, or people are dark, people would be at this height. But anyone comes to India, he will see people of all possible color shade. From dark to very white, you will see people out here. From tall to short, you will see people out here. So in that diversity, people need more humanity to sustain. And it is not a snow based country, it is like a dust country. Okay, dust storm, it blow. So that is the situation of this country. People need high immunization here to stay in India. Okay, what are the factors that people have changed and their immunity is going down? India is a country where maximum people in worldwide, if it does not take the countries where people died of corona, maximum, this is WHO data, that 50 lakhs people in India died of corona. 50 lakhs will come as 5 million people. But other estimates are saying that around 12.5 million people died of corona in India. And because of the immunization, more than that died of the immunization. So double of it, more than double of 12.5 million people, they died of corona. What are the factors that leads to low immunization of the body? One factor is people they do not breathe in the morning. That is the bigger factor. Okay, people they do not breathe 24 hours. That is another thing. But in the morning, in the wee hour, people they generally they do not breathe. They keep sleeping only. Okay, when they wake up, it will be 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. That fresh air time is over. Second thing is they do not walk. If you walk, then your the lung capacity is high. Lung contraction and rarefaction and contraction, whatever it is, it pumps. So that will be regular. So that will be respiratory system will be high. Means immunization will be high. So as far as lung functioning is concerned, it is getting poorer day by day as per the life routine of India. Okay, not only the life routine matter. What we are trying to hit here is the food. What Indian people are eating right now and what they were eating earlier, there is a difference now. And that's how immunity is going low nowadays. What are you talking about? We are talking about refined stuff. People are eating refined thing nowadays, and it is desperately to a large scale. It is hitting the body of it is hitting the immunity of the body. What are you talking? Okay, that is refined oil. That is one of the I'm talking about very basic thing, that is salt. Okay, when I was kid, small, I used to see the sea salt, very crystal salt outside any shop, and it used to cost 50 paise per kilogram. That is called natural salt that comes from the sea. That is white salt, and that is natural salt. Means it have it they the farmers they get that salt by evaporating the sea water or salty underground water. People get salt in other places in desert area also, where underground water is very salty. In that fashion, they evaporate the water. They they kind of they keep the water in agricultural field, big area, and it evaporates, and they get big salt crystals that they crush it, and that is a natural salt they eat with the food. Nowadays, it costs 2 rupees to 3 rupees per kg in very high priced market in India, where everything is very costly. Still, the natural salt costs 2 rupees to 3 rupees per kg. If it is very costly at some place, it would be 4 rupees or something like that. That's it. Means just evaporate the sea water, salty water, whatever comes, put in a bag and take it to the shop. That is called natural salt. Okay, there is one concept that arose in 1990 time frame, that these salt lack in iodine. This is how Indians were looted. That's why I say never vote to this party called Indian National Congress. Never vote to this party. Because of this party, only Indian condition is like this. If you cook with the fuel that is made from cow dung, it is called goitha in Bihar. So there, if you cook with that, the smoke that will come out, that is injurious to the health. Use LPG cylinder, because they have to sell it. LPG cylinder at 1000 rupees or 800 rupees per cylinder, because it does not have a smoke. Very few people know that a smoke that comes out from the cow dung based fuel, that is extremely beneficial to the health. So probably, if someone has cancer kind of it will be beneficial there. It may cure also, but I cannot guarantee it. But certainly it will be beneficial out there. Okay, smoke, cow dung smoke without house is no house. Okay, you won't enjoy living in the house where the cow dung smoke is not coming. It is that pleasurable also. Anyway, so that sentiment was flown to the people's mind. Don't use that. Okay, use LPG cylinder. Then, if you use common salt, sea salt directly, it is extremely injurious to the health. Why it is injurious to health? It does not have iodine. Then in television, Many advertisements were kind of it was passing through. It used to pass through in 1990 time frame in Doordarshan. Okay, why this? See, this condition of this small boy is there. Now there is a goiter. Goiter means ghega, means one muscle will come out from the throat, and then without iodized salt, that goiter will come out. So salt must have iodine in it. If you don't eat iodized salt, then it is injurious to the health. You will get iodine. What iodized salt? I never eat salt also. Okay, I rarely eat salt. Means I never eat salt. I means sodium. There is one thing called sodium. Salt has sodium, sodium chloride. Sodium is extremely important to the brain, heart, and many part of the body. Sodium chloride. If you don't eat salt, then you will suffer. Many organs will malfunction. So sodium is extremely required. That is first thing. I never eat salt. I don't know how much sodium scarcity is in my body. Leave the iodized salt. I don't eat salt at all. Anyway, now if you mix iodine in the salt, then goiter will not happen because iodine is important and it should be there in the salt. Otherwise, goiter. This is how the Indians getting started looted. Don't eat mustard oil. Use refined oil so that it will come from companies. A lot of taxes will be there. How much iodized salt costs nowadays? Called refined salt. How much it costs in the market? It costs around 25 rupees per kg. One is 2.5 rupees per kg, and one is 25 rupees per kg. Just 10 times difference. Okay, if someone buy raw mustard oil from a village or something like that, it may cost 60 70 rupees if it is developed in a large scale. But if you go to market, refined oil that is made from any refined oil if you buy, not even mustard oil from the market, refined oil if you buy, it will cost you 300 400 rupees per kg, 5 times 6 times. But use that, because if you eat that, then it is good for your heart. Heart diagram will be shown like this on the television, and how it is good for that. Now what is the consequences? Now the people lack in immunity. People are using a refined salt, refined oil, everything refined, and then you wash your hand because bacteria will come in your hand if you go outside. Keep washing it. Okay, keep washing it. Wash till your life will be washed out. Wash your hand regularly, so till your life will be washed out. Eat kind of refined oil till your soul will become refined completely. Okay, these are the way. So actually, I was seeing, because when Corona came back, I was seeing that how much it will hit India, where people are all are running behind WHO, refined oil, refined salt, and this and that. How much is the impact on the salt? If I make a raw salt, raw sea salt, to a refined salt, if I leave the price 2.5 rupees per kg to 25 rupees per kg, how much people are rich? 25 rupees per kg is salt. 30 40 rupees you will get 1 kg of milk that you don't drink. Milk you cannot drink, and you are you are eating salt at 25 rupees per kg. Amazing, mind blowing. Anyway, we will see. I have some data for the comparison of the idea is comparison of sea salt and very refined salt, sea salt and raw and refined salt. How good and how bad it is. Okay, one is good and bad in price also, but otherwise how good and how bad it is. Okay, so actually I did research on the salt, how refined salt and sea salt they differ from each other. Okay, so the main constituent of salt is sodium. Sodium, and generally we need around sodium. How much we need? 1,500 milligram means 1.5 gram of sodium. Generally, we need in our diet 1.5 gram of sodium. I don't take anything, but still I'm all right somehow. 1.5 gram of sodium. This is allopathic science. 1.5 gram of sodium, 1500 milligram of sodium we need in one day. In one day we need 2300 calorie, I believe, one day a male adult to survive. And you should have breakfast at right time, noon time you should have food at right time, then evening snacks at right time, and night time you should have good food. I eat only one time in a day, and you can anyone believe it? I eat only during morning time, that's it. 24 hour I keep fasting. So I eat only one time in a day, but I speak so much. Okay, this is called modern medical science. How much people follow? Anyway, we will go through. Per day, a male person need 1500 milligram of sodium. And anyway, one tablespoon of salt, it has 2300 milligram of the sodium. So around 1.5 times of the sodium any person need in one day. Only one tablespoon of the salt has that much sodium. So we don't need that much salt at all. But anyway, how much sodium contained by the other food material? One slice of bread, if I just bread without salt, it has 230 milligram of sodium. If someone is eating 6 7 piece of bread, slice of bread also, it has 1500 milligram of sodium. Enough. No need to take salt at all. Okay. Other like breakfast cereals, what we eat, food grains, it also has 300 milligram breakfast, 300 milligram of sodium. Okay, frozen pizza. Anyway, pizza is bad for health, but it also contains 320 to 730 milligram of sodium. Anyway, these are the data as per the sodium concern. Let's compare the sea salt and refined salt, sea raw salt and refined salt. Sea raw salt and refined salt, more or less sodium chloride is same in both of them, 40% of the amount. If I take 1 kilogram of sea salt and refined salt, 40% of the weight is sodium chloride. Both are same in the sea salt and refined salt. In sea salt, what we have extra that get refined, lose, we lose when we refine the salt, that we will see. Sea salt has extra iron, zinc. Okay, then it has calcium, potassium. I'm sorry, it has calcium, potassium, zinc, and magnesium. Magnesium, calcium, potassium, iron, and zinc. These are the micronutrients that raw sea salt contains. If I refine it to make refined salt, then we lose these these micronutrients completely. What we get there? Then how we manufacture refined salt from the natural salt? Natural salt is evaporated with a very high temperature. Natural salt is evaporated like a vapor, and then vapor is condensed again, and that becomes a refined oil, leaving all the dirt material. This is the explanation. All the dirt material what we don't need, it will be left like this, and fine material, the pure material of the salt, will become vapor, and we condense it and we get pure sodium chloride. You get pure sodium chloride, but you lose pure iron, zinc, magnesium, calcium, and calcium and potassium also, that remain there only. Anyway, you get only sodium chloride. All essential macronutrients you lose. And in the refined salt, they mix iodine, saying you will not catch goiter. What about the iron and zinc and potassium, calcium, magnesium deficient diseases person will get? Now they mix iodine there to make it costly. One second thing they mix, they are called calcium silicate, so that it should not become big crystal. It should be refined, right? It should be very refined, white color and very refined. That is the refined salt. And there, to make it highly refined, minute granular, they mix calcium silicate. Calcium silicate gives respiratory disease. Calcium silicate gives kidney disease. Calcium silicate gives liver disease. so that they add to make it highly granular, but they won't write it nicely. They write iodine salt. You will not get goiter because iodine is available in food material also, like milk. Milk is a high source of iodine. If you drink milk, then you are getting iodine through milk only. Why you want iodine salt? Losing iron, zinc, potassium, magnesium, calcium, that is very important. What we get through the purified or refined salt, we get prices. Okay, we are not satisfied by a salt that is 2.5 rupees per kg. We are satisfied with a salt that is 25 rupees per kg. We think that it comes through government, it comes through industry, it comes through doctor, it comes through scientist, and it is egg mark and this mark and that mark. Any refined you go, your life will be refined. If you drink a milk from a cow, then how much you will get? And then you now boil it, then after that then you make it cool, you start losing micronutrients in the milk. That milk will not will the plastic milk that comes, that is good for nothing. The plastic milk that comes, that is good for nothing. Okay, everything you have taken out, only fat and protein will be there. Otherwise all macronutrients is gone while boiling and chilling it, and then transporting your drinking milk, that is after 2 3 days one or one day one. This is the present scenario of India. Refined oil, sunflower oil, this oil, that oil. You cannot eat raw mustard oil. You can drink also. If mustard oil, raw mustard oil, if you get, you can drink also a little bit. There is nothing like that. Okay, anyway, iodine, if iodized salt, if you see, then for iodine, I believe the source for iodine is milk, egg, and yogurt. These are the natural source for the iodine. Okay, so we started discussion with the corona, that corona is coming back, and then people will be tended to follow whatever is written on the television or newspaper. I'm not saying that don't follow it. Certainly you follow it, but think about the nutritional value of the food material that you are eating. Okay, what is the content in the food material that is anti-disease? Those are called micronutrients like iron, calcium, magnesium, zinc, potassium. These are called micronutrients in the food. And these micronutrients in the food, they make you disease resistance. If you eat more refined thing, refined oil, refined milk, what is that pasteurized milk? Packet milk. That is refined milk only. Refined milk, refined oil, refined salt, everything refined, refined, refined. And finally your soul also become refined. Anyway, I never take any immunization. I never catch any disease. I eat one time in a day, but I believe I am much more energetic than any other person. Anyway, that is the scenario. I believe people should take it. People should not take it for granted. Okay, what are the reason where? Okay, if I don't eat salt, then if you don't eat salt, salt are available in fruits. Salt are available in the vegetable. Tons and tons of salt are available in the fruit and vegetable. Your body is not able to absorb that. That is the problem. Problem is that if you are eating fruit, whatever the micronutrient or salt in the body, our body has 72% as water and 28% as salt as mineral. Salt and mineral. Salt comes in the category of mineral only. Okay, sodium, iodine, they are available in milk and fruits also. Sodium, calcium, sodium and iodine. Body is not able to grasp from there. That's why we need raw salt. That is also not required. Why body is not able to grasp? Why body is not able to grasp natural mineral from the fruits and milk? Please watch our previous video. How cancer triggers. In three parts we have placed it. How cancer triggers. Okay, I believe it will be helpful that why our body is not able to grasp natural minerals from vegetable and fruit. Then we need to take extra sugar, white sugar and extra white salt. Even if you need to take salt, better you take direct sea salt because it has lot of minerals. Anyway, that is the concept. I believe people would understand the concept behind it.